So I just want to welcome everyone back for Coffee with Kelly. And today I'm sitting here with Kevin Carruthers. It's nice to have you here. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
And a lot of people in and around town is going to know who you are because you've been an Acton person for quite some time. But one of the reasons that we're having you on here today is that you are currently a candidate running for council for Ward 1, and that's in Acton area and the surrounding area, correct?
That's correct.
Kevin, could you just tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. Well, first of all, I'd like to thank you for having me today. Looking forward to our conversation. As mentioned, my name is Kevin Carruthers. I've been living in Acton, Ontario for over 20 years with my wife and young daughter. I met my wife back in the early 2000s. At that time, I was living in Toronto, and my wife was living in Acton. She has quite a history with her family.
So
that's why Acton was the place. I like to tell people that she won the coin toss before we got married.
She made it worth the drive.
But the reality was I turned it into, it was worth the drive to Acton to see Kevin. So we moved here, or I moved here just over 20 years ago, and just fell in love with the community, the people, the town, and want to spend the rest of our life here and just really, really love the community.
So when you think of Acton specifically, what makes you feel that this is a community that is special, it's unique, compared to like other places that you have lived?
The community, the natural beauty of it, the trails, the conservation areas we have around. But most importantly, the part of Acton that I like the best is the people. Definitely still has the small community feel. I'd like us to keep it that way. Growth is inevitable, and it is coming, especially through Halton Hills and Georgetown. But just love the people of Acton and the events that go on in Acton, and just find it to be a wonderful community to connect with people.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I love, it's about feeling like you're home. Like you can go to any other place, but as soon as I'm back here, it's kind of like you can take that breath and go, oh, I'm back.
I'm home, yes.
Yeah, for sure. So you recently stepped away from a corporate career and you're transitioning, which is pretty exciting. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I am just finished a 35-year career in aviation. Started when I was 6 years old to show how young I was, but I started co-op in high school. Had the opportunity to work with many different airlines, ground handlers, 2 opportunities over the past 15 years to start my own business in aviation. Initially in 2009, I started a company washing aircraft for airlines such as not Canada 3000, Air Transat, Sky Service Airlines, and CanJet Air. Worked there until 2017, had sold the business in 2016, decided to take a 2-year hiatus from aviation and went and worked for the Toronto Blue Jays in 2018 and 2019 as the visiting clubhouse manager, taking care of all the visiting teams that came in. Great job, loved it, loved the opportunity to see baseball every night of the week. Worked with some wonderful people, but was missing that aviation bug that I've had in my family. Just stepping back a little bit, my grandfather was a captain with Air Canada for 35 years out of the Second World War when it was Trans-Canada Airlines. My mother was a flight attendant for several years. So aviation obviously is in my blood and has been.
Yeah.
I was missing it after 2019 and decided I would try again and start another business, which I did. It expanded between 2019 and 2022. Growth was a little slower because of the pandemic. It definitely slowed the opportunities we had. At the end of 2022, I had the opportunity to step away, which I did. And sold my shares in the business and then just went and worked for a company for the next 3 years.
When we were chatting the other day, you let me know that you're in the process of purchasing a local business. Can you tell us where that will benefit you in the community and with this potential new role that you're looking at taking on with the council?
Yeah, I have been looking to purchase a local business the past 6 to 12 months. There was a couple of opportunities in Acton that I'd explored. Unfortunately, they didn't work out. So I'm currently in the process of purchasing a company just outside of Halton Hills in the town of Erin. But the business will support the community of Acton as well and surrounding Halton Hills. So looking forward to hopefully finalizing that purchase in the next 2 or 3 days and then taking over later in June. It's important that I want to give back to the community and work in the community. I also want to be in the community more. Part of the reason is wanting to purchase my own business is also the flexibility to put in the time that's necessary and important to be a councillor in Ward 1 in Acton.
So nobody would really have a cause of concern that you're occupied with your personal business, because I think you were telling me the other day that it's a self-sustaining business, the one that you're looking at purchasing, and it's not like you're going to have to invest all your time in that and won't have time for your other duties.
It is an absolute turnkey operation. I've been running for 30 years. Unfortunately, both the owners, the husband and wife, had passed away in the past couple of years. Runs very effectively, very efficiently. Once the sale is completed and I'm able to announce it, it will also show that it's a business that operates mostly only half of the year. So it fits in very well with my desire and goal to become a councillor.
That's great.
I've always in my career been about the people who you work with and the people that work for you.
How would you explain your experiences in the corporate world and also becoming a business owner, how that is going to be to your benefit being a ward councillor?
I feel it's very important that people don't work for you, they work with you. In the corporate world and the businesses that I've had, in other airlines and other areas where I've worked, I've always made the people number one. I am nothing without the employees that go out every day and do the job they need to do. Communication is a key, respect is a key. I take that from the corporate world that I've been in for 30 plus years into a councillor. And again, you need to be able, council can only be effective as they work together as a team. All councillors and the mayor of Halton Hills. Communicating with the people of Acton, having conversations with the people of Acton, being able to get ideas and thoughts that they have and then turn them into potential opportunities for our community. I think our community is phenomenal, and I think that Acton's a wonderful place to live. When I talk to people day after day after day, they love how much Acton is still that small community, but there is many concerns about the size of the amount of traffic going through town, traffic safety, the downtown core, and beautifying it. So there's many areas that need to be looked at and worked on, and that's where I want to take my experience and opportunity to build Acton.
How do you feel about the fact that really, if you were to get this position, you're going to kind of be held to a higher standard than the average Joe? So what do you feel about that?
I've lived my life built on respect, honesty, and integrity. It's the way I've been in business, the way I've been in my personal life, and the way I'll continue to be as a potential councillor.
So it's just in your being anyways?
It's just in my DNA,
yeah. All right. So next question is, what made you decide to run for this role?
As I mentioned a couple times at the beginning of our conversation, I love the community that we live in. I love the fact that it still has that small town feeling, but I feel that there's areas that we can improve on. I want to make sure that Acton is not the forgotten small town in all of Halton Hills, with the expected growth and the vision Georgetown of building and growing that community. I just want to make sure that Acton is not forgotten in the process of expansion throughout Halton Hills.
And I don't know about you, but I know that there's lots of times that I used to, until I knew more of the economics of certain things, why does Georgetown get everything? And I do think that there are some things that still kind of are leaning towards Georgetown, but it's also, you have to realize more tax dollars, more people are in Georgetown.
There's been a lot of discussions on, why does Acton get the least of everything? And now that I'm in this role as a candidate and I've been digging deeply into it, that is not
100% true, right?
100% true.
Yeah.
Things that come from Halton region is, also encompasses Burlington and Oakville. So part of their property taxes also support the Georgetown and Acton area, and Halton Hills is part of the region of Halton. Georgetown, there's a big focus on building the new hospital just off Trafalgar Road, with the benefit of a individual who donated farm property, which was a wonderful idea because I think it's critical that Halton Hills gets a new hospital
Very
sooner
exciting.
than later.
Yeah. And then with the hospice too coming?
The hospice coming as well, the Vision Georgetown to grow the footprint in Georgetown, the all-day, everyday GO train service that will run through Acton all the way to Kitchener.
But somebody from Acton, I'm kind of happy it's growing in Georgetown, not in Acton.
I still love Acton as our community. Yeah. The great part about Acton is you're 20 minutes from Milton, you're 10 minutes from Georgetown. If you need to get
half an hour to Guelph,
big stores, Canadian Tire, you have to get to Guelph.
Toronto within an hour.
Toronto within an hour.
Yeah.
It's a great area. It's sort of 45 minutes to an hour within a bunch of major places.
Yeah.
So it's, I've said it once and I'll say it again. It's a great place to live and a great place to grow a family.
Yeah. Now that you have been talking with residents of Acton and Halton Hills, what are some of their big concerns? I know you did mention about the traffic and that sort of thing and keeping small, making sure that Acton gets its fair share. Were there anything else that you've talked to local residents about and that they've voiced concerns?
A major concern, which I'm very pleased to see a commitment from the provincial government as well as the local council come out yesterday, was all the illegal truck parking lots in Halton Hills. I know that Joseph Rachinski, who is an MPP in the Acton area of Halton Hills, has been working diligently over the past year to be able to get rid of all these illegal trucks.
People don't realize that it's not just the fact that they're parking, it's the fact that diesel can seep into the soil and it can ruin our great agricultural land.
Absolutely.
Like, people don't realize it's a little bit more complex than just, oh, well, they're just using the land as a parking lot and why is it illegal? There's more complexity to it that people aren't understanding either, as well as the traffic, the noise, like all those things.
And just coming through town, and I also want to give a shout out to Councillors Brass and Somerville that I know have also been working on it for several years. It's been a big concern of mine living basically beside Queen Street and Highway 7, the amount of vehicles.
Basically beside? Basically?
I don't want to let everybody know exactly where I live, but yeah, pretty close to Highway 7 and Queen Street. And I think they've done some tremendous work laying the groundwork, and we'll see where it goes in the future. Another big concern, and I drove in yesterday up Highway 25 and the amount of traffic that's coming into town, not just the trucks, but the amount of traffic, the amount of trucks that are going through our downtown core. Mill Street was just repaved last year with some provincial government funding, and the amount of transport trucks going down, it's already a narrow area to work within. The possibility with an additional gravel pit going out towards Rockwood, there is the possibility of an additional 25
It's not
trucks.
A possibility. They're already clear-cutting the land. Like
They're clear-cutting the land.
Yeah.
So when I say the possibility of 25 trucks per hour coming through downtown Acton. So I think it's very important and it's critical that we look at other avenues that those vehicles go through with the bypass. Bypass, again, has been discussed for many years, but we need to get all the trucks out of downtown Acton because it is
I know
also
it was a
safety
big
hazard.
concern when my family had a business there that we didn't like the idea of the bypass because thinking that businesses would lose that traffic, like everyday traffic. But to be honest with you, now looking on the outside, looking in and thinking about the way my family's business was, I think you would have more people coming to your business because they could have that ability to come and park.
Parking is a big issue, even on side streets, but downtown, huge concern. Look at how many businesses Acton has lost in the past 2 years.
Or like
restaurants alone.
people who don't want to ever parallel park because it's such a busy street.
Because it's a busy street, correct.
But if you got rid of some of the trucks and things, maybe that might be
It would open up more room, but again, I think we also need to, and part of my wanting to revitalize the downtown in Acton, I think that's critically important and needs to be done. Getting rid of the trucks of coming up and down Mill Street every day is one opportunity to help with that. The other thing is we need to sustain our businesses in the community.
Well, and that's my next thing I was going to ask you. You were saying about revitalizing the downtown. How do you propose that? How do you plan to attract more businesses to the downtown core? In Acton, per se. But like I can say, Georgetown is quite healthy, the downtown in Georgetown. So like, how do you plan on getting that back into action within Acton?
So Georgetown has a bit of a wider street, which makes it a little bit easier. But in downtown Georgetown, there is some businesses, some storefronts that have not had a business in it in many, many years. I think it's important that we continue to try to work with those business owners to clean up their storefronts. Everybody talks to me about the old submarine shop that has not been operating for years and years, and yet it's still got the drapes across. The building is starting to fall apart. We need to ensure that we can attract businesses and business opportunities where they can sustain financially being in Acton. Restaurants are a critical part. We have wonderful restaurants that come into our community. One thing I talked about before was the Mum's Fish and Chips. I had seen online that they were for sale, and I went in and spoke to the owner, Rose, who's a wonderful lady, and she decided that she's not selling, she is staying.
Oh, that's good.
Because I do not want to see additional businesses, additional restaurants leaving. We lost a lot of businesses in the past year, and we need to build the downtown up.
Yeah.
A little bit more. I'd like to see some money invested. We do have a new BIA coordinator, Ashley Dunn. I've had the opportunity to meet with her a few times, and she has some tremendous ideas about also growing our downtown and beautifying it as best they can.
Oh, that's good.
And even yesterday when I went by, I saw her doing
So it'd be something you'd be willing to work together with.
Absolutely, yeah.
Which is great. Okay, that's good. Nice to hear. So now we're going to move on to your family. And I know your family personally, and your family has gone through some significant health challenges over the years. How has that shaped you, your family, and how do you think the benefits of the knowledge or what you've learned as a caregiver will help you within this role?
I've learned a lot about the healthcare and Halton Healthcare. First thing I have to say, in the many years of dealing with ups and downs in my wife's healthcare, is the tremendous team that works at Georgetown Hospital, the nurses, the staff. We went through a time a few years ago where all the nurses in emergency knew us by our first names. So wonderful staff have always taken very good care of my wife through her health issues and that. And, you know, they just help strengthen our community. And a lot of the nurses live in our community as well.
Yeah.
I see them in the grocery store from time to time. So that's wonderful. I'm just going for local council, but I think it's critical the amount of ambulances we have available in Halton Hills and in Acton. I can recall an evening back in November of 2022 where I called an ambulance and it took 34 minutes to come. Not a fault of the ambulance drivers. They had to come up.
Depends on where they're positioned. Yeah.
But the need for them was critical, and it was life and death. So that clicked into my head that we need to focus on building our...
And for the most part, they're pretty good. Like, I know when my dad was sick, that when, say, the Acton people were out, the people from Georgetown would come kind of part way. And I know that they have been good about that, but I guess if you've got two out, what do you do, right? Like, you've got to...
That's it exactly. And then they come to the house and we have conversations with them, and I have conversations with them, and they're tremendous people, the support and the care that they give to everybody. I'd like to see us the ability to be able to hire more paramedics, more police officers, more firefighters in Halton Hills.
Now, what percentage of that comes at the town level and what percentage of that comes from the regional level?
So that all comes from the region. As part of our local council, we have 3 seats on the regional council. So currently it's Ward 1 and 2 regional, Clark Somerville. 3 and 4 is Jane Fogel, and Marianne Lawler are the 3 who sit at the regional table representing Halton Hills. Obviously it's only 3 in a much bigger council, but they are currently the leadership that leads and guides the additional support that Halton Hills requires. Obviously, Clark is retiring after many years of tremendous service, and there is some great candidates that are vying for his position, as well as there is 2 individuals and as well as another individual who are running for mayor. So Jane Fogel, after many years, is retiring too. So right away, two of the 3 seats right away will be new individuals, and potentially 3 depending on how the election goes in the mayoral race as well. So I think it's important that we continue to have strong support and strong voices at the regional level.
Going through challenges within your own life, personal challenges, family challenges, often helps us in other situations. And like, I'm assuming these things have taught you how to be able to talk, not that your corporate life didn't either, but being able to talk to people, being reasonable, staying calm in situations that are exciting, adrenaline running situations. What do you think that has taught you so that you could manage possibly being a ward councillor and keeping your cool and not blowing up if a situation arose, or if somebody came to talk to you in public in town about a situation, if their emotions were heated? How do you think that these other things that you've experienced in life would benefit you?
Well, I think and there's been many times in my personal life and in my family life and health and that where I've learned that you have to be calm in certain situations, and it's really helped shape me. I look at it as you can get into a heated discussion or a heated argument with an individual, whether you're running as council, whether you're in council with a local resident. But 5 minutes after that heated discussion, you're back to square one.
Yeah.
So why have the heated discussion? You know, you need to respect, you know, I give respect to 100% of the people in the world. I expect respect in return. but I'm not going to get into, and I will never let myself get into a heated discussion with a resident or anybody for that matter, because it doesn't solve the problem. In the end, you're circling right back to the problem, and then you're going to have a discussion. So let's cut out the heated part of it. You know, I understand people are passionate about the community. I see it every day, but let's get away from the heated part, or let them have their heated moment, and then let's sit down and have the discussion. You know,
kind of
my
also,
phone is going to be my cell phone.
Yeah.
Number is already posted on the Halton Hills website for under the nominations. Ask anybody that wants to have a conversation with me now, or when I am successful to be a Ward 1 councillor, reach out to me at any time.
It kind of reminds me of like what we tell our kids all the time. It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Yep, absolutely.
Because like most of the times, the message that people are conveying when they're heated does have some merit to it somewhere.
Exactly.
But it's just how they're presenting it.
Yeah.
Needs to be taken down a notch or two, maybe.
Yeah. And I think, you know, it's funny, we're actually connected through 2 family members that have gone through health issues.
Yeah.
Over the years and that. And we both know how precious life is and how it's here one day and gone the next day. And that's so why waste your time in heated arguments or being vindictive or this and that? Let's just sit down. Let's talk about the problem. I will tell you if it can be fixed. I will tell you if it can't be fixed. But what I promise you and what I tell you is what I will work on doing.
Yeah.
I will not be a candidate, or I will not be a councillor that says, yeah, we'll get back to you. We'll work on that. And then just
never
go
hear
and
from
forget
them
about it.
That's nice. I like that.
I expect that as a resident from my current councillors. And that's my expectation as a councillor going forward with the residents of Acton.
That's great. Now I'm going to go into some rapid fire questions, and we can also just have conversations. So what is your favorite local coffee spot?
I'm going to stick with Acton because that's the community I live in and the community that I'm running in. Whistle Stop is a wonderful restaurant and actually has wonderful coffee. It says right on the side of the building, world's best coffee. Love the atmosphere in there, local residents in there, discussions, a great breakfast, but also a pretty good cup of coffee.
So I buy coffee from McDonald's, as I love their coffee when I'm in Acton. And then there's lots of places I frequent in Georgetown. But we also buy coffee from Black Creek Coffee, and they roast right in Acton, which is kind of exciting. But we use it as closing gifts because they have a brand that's Halton Hills. And I always think that's fun to, especially for people who are new to the community, to give them a touch of like what we have here.
Yep, and they're located in the Georgetown Marketplace.
Yeah. If you want to get a cup of coffee, but I'm buying the bags.
McDonald's is good, but shop local.
Oh no, I totally agree, but I can do it quickly and get to work.
Yes, I agree 100%.
What is one hidden gem in Acton? And then I might as well just ask you all of Halton Hills, because Acton is part of Halton Hills, but like I know your focus is Acton, that you would tell somebody about that who isn't from here, just so that or maybe they do live here and they're not aware of it. Because there's lots of those, I think.
Limehouse Conservation.
Funny you say that. I only went there for the first time and walked it last fall.
Yeah.
And I've lived here my whole life.
Yeah, beautiful. I've walked it in the winter, the spring, the fall, the colors in the fall.
Yeah.
The bridge over the...
thing, I thought it was like a little jail, that one little thing. I was like, what the heck?
The old kilns from 200 years ago, and the settlers in Limehouse, absolutely. Limehouse.
My parents weren't very outdoorsy, so we weren't hiking and doing any of that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I thought a lot of people know about it, but the more I talked to them,
I knew it was Limehouse there.
Exists. They know Limehouse Conservation exists. There's the hole in the wall where you can climb down between the walls if you go from the top down. Beautiful spot.
Yeah. And it connects right up to the park up at the top there too, which is kind of nice. So yeah, like I said, I've always known it's there. I always see people there. I drive through it 3 or 4 times a day, but I never actually got out of my car.
And it was a couple of years before maybe 4 or 5 years after I moved here that we went there.
Yeah.
And I was just blown away, like, oh my God, this is incredible.
And it's in your backyard, basically.
It's basically in the backyard, yep.
Yeah. What is your favorite local community event or tradition that you and your family do every year?
There's a few, but absolutely the Acton Fall Fair is definitely number one. We attend, and we always attend the Leathertown Festival.
Well, let's go back.
But the
Acton Fall Fair
is definitely number one in our life.
So I'm sure more your wife, Sarah, can attest to this, that local people feel like it's more like homecoming or like a family reunion. Like everybody from everywhere will come out of the woodwork and attend the Fall Fair.
And it's ironic, the first year we were dating, I'll never forget, I was working late and my wife said, I'm going with a friend to the fall fair. It was Saturday night because we're going to the beer tent. And I was like, hang on a second, you don't drink beer. You don't drink. Why are you going to the beer tent? And because it was a Saturday night at the beer tent when it was like Acton reunion night.
Well, it's hard to explain to somebody who's not from the area. And once they kind of immerse themselves in Acton culture, they're like, oh, I want to be part of this. It's like you said, it's the people, right?
Yep. And now that our daughter's 17 and she goes with her friends, my wife and I still will go on a Friday night just to walk around, and I like to get a candy apple, but just to see the lights and walk around that.
Or firefighter hamburger.
It's be firefighter hamburgers are phenomenal. And but yeah, there's that. There's a Leathertown Festival. A Canada Day fireworks, I think, is phenomenal. You know, a big shout out has to go to our firefighters.
Oh, they do an amazing job, and people come from all over for that.
And the event, the event they put on for Canada Day, support that they have of the Agriculture Society with the Fall Fair, the Santa Claus Parade. We have a great community with our firefighters.
Going back to the hidden gem, one thing that I am shocked about that people don't know about Acton a lot of times is that we have a lake. We have Fairy Lake. Do you know how many people in Georgetown will say, well, you guys don't have a lake? I'm like, yes, we do. They don't know that we even have a lake in Acton.
No. It's not a tiny little lake.
No, it's pretty big.
Yeah.
Pretty big. And like that whole turtle guardian for the turtles,
yep.
Like the whole program that they do for that too is amazing. Like,
yeah. There's been a big push for cleaning up Fairy Lake and around Prospect Park, and I'd like to see that continue, and we continue to get towards that lake being able to swim in all the time for children and that, because we do have times.
Used to be a big thing when we were kids.
When we were kids.
I can say I ever swam in it, but I don't really do lakes and stuff like that anymore.
Yes, but
I don't want anything brushing my legs.
No. Sometimes now they, it closes because of bacteria in the water and that.
Yeah.
And I just like to see it get back to that. It's a great opportunity for young people to use in the summer.
Now, if someone was visiting Acton for the very first time, what is one thing that you would suggest that they had to experience? Like,
I would not.
Now I know you're saying, and I know you're saying the fall fair, but that's only once a year. Like, I mean, any day in and day out. Yeah.
It wouldn't be anything specific. It would be our community, our heritage. We have a lot of heritage, a lot of history in the town of Acton. Our trails that we have, our beautiful nature that we have around the town. It wouldn't be one thing specific.
No.
I think we're a beautiful old town that was established hundreds of years ago, and we have this beautiful nature reserve all around. I mean, we're sitting outside right now as we discussed, and there's nothing but greenery and trees and lots of trails to.
I kind of agree. I think to me, like it's a lot more to, like you saying, the people.
Yeah.
And
Bruce Trail runs through.
Oh
Acton.
yeah. Well, tons of Acton. The people, because I feel like, how do I say this without, we're not small town hicks, and we are kind of country, but yet you're close enough to the city that you still have that push and pull, and you're a pretty even keel people. And I would say most of Acton is like that. There's not anybody in town that I can think that wouldn't give you their shirt off their back.
100%. And also, growing up in my younger years, when I was in public school and that, I always remember seeing the 4th of July on TV. In these small towns in America that would celebrate their community and celebrate their country. And I always thought that was a wonderful thing. And I think that Acton takes that for Canada Day. I mean, I remember back in
Hometown Proud, very.
Hometown Proud. We won the flags for the most flags.
Yeah, that was fun.
When the Snowbirds came through in the 150th year of Canada. And the Canadian flags that are going up, if they're not up already, going up in the next week or two. Just our downtown looks like a beautiful, patriotic downtown in a small community.
Well, I want to thank you, Kevin, for joining me today.
Thank you.
And sharing more about your story and your family and what your vision is for our local community, Acton and Halton Hills alike. I'm kind of excited to see where you go with this. It's going to be a very exciting time for you.
A new face with fresh ideas.
But you're not a new face. You've been here for 20 years.
New face in politics.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. That's fine.
I'm definitely not a new face in the town, no.
And I just think it's really good for people to be able to connect with you on a human scale, get to know you. If people see you in the grocery store, come and say hi. I'm assuming you want people to do that. Come and talk to you about issues that they foresee in the community. Yep. Everybody's going to be watching you to make sure that you are doing your part moving forward and hopefully in the right direction of what we all want our community to look like.
I don't like politician. I don't want to be a politician.
Did I say politician?
No, I'm saying it, but I don't like the word politician. I like the word, I want to work with our community and I want to work with our council to continue to make Acton a beautiful place to live, and all of Halton Hills a beautiful place to live. I would not be a typical politician.
Yeah.
I'm doing this 100% for the people of Acton and for our future.
I know you do a lot of little things in and around the community, and I know you don't necessarily want to focus on those things, but I know that you're always giving back in different ways, and it's nice to see that. And I don't think you're doing that because you're running for councillor. I think that's just you. Am I wrong in saying that?
100% right. I think good always comes back in the good you do.
Yeah.
Do good and good will come back. So that's a philosophy I've had all my life.
Well, I want to thank everybody for watching, and thank you for spending this time with us. And I hope you enjoyed this conversation with Kevin. And make sure you follow and like and share this. And until next time with Coffee with Kelly.